Friends, today we're looking at US coins that may seem ordinary but hide valuable secrets. On Rare Coins Treasures, we explore coin history, designs, and rare errors. Today's focus is on $quarter coins and what makes them special. Watch till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Even a small coin could be worth thousands. Friends, now we turn our attention to the 1967 Washington $quarter, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but actually carries a story deeply connected to a period of economic change in the United States. During the mid-1960s, America faced a significant challenge: the rising price of silver. For many years, U.S. quarter coins had been made with a large percentage of real silver, but as the value of silver increased, it became increasingly difficult and expensive for the government to continue producing coins using the same metal composition. As a result, the 1967 $quarter represents an important transitional era when the United States Mint began making major changes to the materials and production methods used for circulating coins. On the front of the coin appears the portrait of George Washington, a design that had already been the defining feature of the American quarter for decades. This portrait was created by the sculptor John Flanagan, who based his design on historical sculptures of Washington. The purpose of this design was not only to honor a national leader, but also to preserve the image of one of the founding figures of the United States in everyday life through the country's coinage. When you closely examine the reverse side of the 1967 quarter, you will see a powerful eagle standing with its wings spread, holding arrows in its claws, with an olive branch beneath it. These symbols reflect American ideals. The arrows represent strength and the nation's readiness to defend itself, while the olive branch symbolizes peace and diplomacy. For this reason, the coin's design was created not merely for aesthetic appeal, but as a visual expression of the nation's values. The year 1967 is also considered significant in U.S. coinage history because the United States Mint made an unusual decision during this period. Mint marks were temporarily removed from coins. This step was taken to reduce coin shortages caused by collectors who were saving large numbers of coins with specific mint marks, which sometimes limited the number of coins available in everyday circulation. As a result, most 1967 $quarter coins do not display a mint mark, making them a unique example in American numismatic history. Another notable feature of the coin is its metal composition. Unlike earlier quarters that contained silver, the 1967 quarter was produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. This means the outer layers of the coin are made of nickel while the inner core is primarily copper. The change was intended not only to reduce production costs but also to create coins that were more durable and capable of lasting longer in circulation. Over time, some 1967 $quarter coins have also been discovered with interesting mint errors that have attracted the attention of collectors. For example, certain coins display an off-center strike, where part of the design appears shifted toward the edge, while others show a double strike, where the design was impressed more than once, creating a slightly doubled appearance. Such coins are rarely seen in everyday transactions, but if collectors happen to find them, their value can be significantly higher than that of a normal quarter. This is why experts in numismatics often advise people to carefully examine older coins rather than ignoring them, because sometimes even a seemingly ordinary coin can hold real historical significance. Today, when we look at the 1967 $quarter, it is more than just a piece of currency. It stands as a symbol of a time when the United States was adapting its financial policies to changing economic realities. The coin reminds us that economics, politics, and history are often intertwined with our daily lives, and occasionally even a small coin can carry within it the story of an important moment in the past. Friends, now we turn our attention to the 2012 $quarter, a coin that is not just part of U.S. currency but also a representation of modern American history and culture. The year 2012 was significant because it marked the release of a new and creative series of quarters known as the America the Beautiful Quarters program. The goal of this program was to honor America's natural landscapes, national parks, and historical sites through coin designs. In this way, the quarter became more than currency. It became a small visual document showcasing the country's natural beauty and historical heritage to the world. The 2012 quarters feature designs representing various national parks and historic sites, with each coin telling its own unique story. Among the notable designs released that year were El Yunque National Forest, Chaco Culture National Historical Park, Acadia National Park, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and Denali National Park. These designs were not meant merely to be decorative. They also served to educate people about the importance of America's natural environment and historical landmarks. On the obverse of the 2012 quarters, as always, appears the portrait of George Washington. However, during this period, Washington's portrait was slightly modernized to enhance clarity and bring out finer details, illustrating how the U.S. Mint blends tradition with contemporary artistry. The reverse side of each coin brought an exciting change. Each quarter represented a different national park or natural scene. For example, the Denali National Park quarter depicts a powerful grizzly bear, symbolizing the strength and freedom of America's wildlife, while the Hawaii Volcanoes quarter showcases volcanic landscapes, reflecting the raw power of nature. Through these designs, the U.S. Mint presented a unique concept that combined currency with culture and geography. The 2012 quarter dollars were produced at 3 major U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carry a small p, Denver coins bear a d, and San Francisco coins show an s. Most coins from San Francisco are proof coins, specially produced for collectors, with surfaces that are shinier and more refined than regular circulation coins. For collectors, 2012 was an especially interesting year because each new design brought a new story and a new image, which helped increase interest in coin collecting worldwide. Over time, some 2012 quarters have also been found with minor mint errors, attracting further attention from collectors. Examples include die chip errors, where a small raised spot appears on part of the design, and weak strikes, where some design details are faintly impressed. While these errors occur due to minor technical issues during minting, they make certain coins more interesting and valuable to collectors. Today, most 2012 quarter dollars are still found in circulation, typically worth 25 cents, but coins in excellent condition or those with special errors can fetch higher prices in the collector market. This is why numismatists pay close attention to these coins. Sometimes, even a seemingly ordinary coin can become a rare collectible. Looking at the 2012 quarter dollar as a whole, it becomes clear that this coin is more than just a financial tool. It is a cultural and historical symbol. Through it, the United States highlighted its natural beauty, national parks, and historic sites. This is why, even today, these coins are not only used in daily life, but also serve as fascinating keepsakes for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Friends, now we turn our attention to the 1969 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may seem like an ordinary piece of U.S. currency at first glance, but is actually a reflection of a pivotal moment in American history. The year 1969 was a time when the world's eyes were on the United States, as the country was rapidly advancing in technology, science, and global politics. Against this historical backdrop, the 1969 quarter dollar offers a glimpse into the nation's economy and its sense of identity. On the front of the coin, as always, appears the distinguished profile of George Washington, a symbol of freedom and leadership in American history. This portrait was designed by the renowned sculptor John Flanagan, and it has been a defining feature of U.S. quarters since the 1930s. Holding the coin in your hand, the fine details make it clear that this is not merely a piece of currency but also a work of art reflecting national pride. Turning to the reverse side, we see a powerful eagle standing with its wings outstretched. The arrows in its talons represent the nation's strength and defensive readiness, while the olive branch beneath it symbolizes peace and diplomatic strategy. Together, these elements reflect the American philosophy, the pursuit of peace backed by strength. Another important aspect of the 1969 quarter dollar is the metal composition. By this time, the structure of U.S. quarters had completely shifted from silver to copper-nickel clad due to rising silver prices in the mid-1960s. This new composition made the coins more durable and allowed for large-scale production. The 1969 quarters were primarily produced at 2 key U.S. Mint locations, Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint. Coins with a small d were struck in Denver, while those without a mint mark usually came from Philadelphia. For collectors, these small details are significant, as coins from certain mints can be rarer than others. Over time, some 1969 quarters have appeared with notable mint errors that greatly attract collectors. Examples include double die errors, where letters or designs appear slightly doubled, and clipped planchet errors, where the coin's edge is not fully round. Such errors usually occur due to minor technical issues during minting, but these very imperfections can make the coins highly valuable to collectors. Today, most 1969 quarter dollars are still found in circulation and are typically worth only 25 cents. However, coins in excellent condition or those with unusual errors can fetch significantly higher prices in the collector's market. This is why numismatists always emphasize examining older coins carefully. Sometimes even an ordinary-looking coin can turn out to be a valuable treasure. Looking back at the 1969 quarter dollar through the lens of history, it becomes clear that this coin is more than just currency. It is a relic of a period when the United States was asserting its new identity on the world stage. Its metal, design, and circulation provide insight into the economic policies and national mindset of the era. This is why, even today, the 1969 quarter dollar holds a special place for both collectors and history enthusiasts, as it preserves a complete story from the past. Friends, now we turn our attention to the 1997 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may appear to be an ordinary piece of U.S. currency but is actually considered one of the final markers of an important era in American coinage history. The year 1997 was a period of economic stability and rapid technological advancement in the United States. It was a time when the world was moving toward the digital revolution, and the American economy was progressing strongly. The 1997 quarter dollar not only reflects the economic conditions of that period, but also demonstrates the continuity of American coin design traditions. On the obverse, we see the familiar, dignified portrait of George Washington, the same classic design that has defined the U.S. quarter for decades. This portrait was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Its purpose was not only to depict Washington as a historical figure, but also to preserve him as a symbol of American freedom, leadership, and national unity. Observing the coin closely, the fine details of Washington's face, the lines of his hair, and the precision of the engraving illustrate the skill and care that go into the mint's coin-making process. Turning to the reverse, we see a majestic eagle with its wings fully spread. In its talons are arrows, symbolizing the nation's defensive strength and resolve, while the olive branch beneath represents peace and diplomatic strategy. Together, these elements convey that America seeks peace even while maintaining its power. The 1997 quarter dollar is historically significant because it was one of the final years of this classic design. Shortly afterward, the U.S. Mint introduced the State Quarters program, in which each state received a unique quarter design, ushering in a new era of creative coinage. In this sense, the 1997 quarter represents the closing of a period during which the same design had been part of U.S. currency for many decades. These coins were primarily minted at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia generally carry no mint mark, Denver coins bear a small d, and San Francisco coins, mostly proof coins, are specially made for collectors and feature a shinier, more refined finish. For collectors, these mint marks are important because coins from certain mints are sometimes produced in smaller quantities and can later become rare. Over time, some 1997 quarter dollars have also been found with notable mint errors, increasing their appeal to collectors. Examples include die crack errors, where fine lines appear across the coin's design, and off-center strikes, where part of the design is shifted toward the edge. Such errors typically result from minor technical issues during the minting process, but these imperfections often make the coins particularly desirable. Today, most 1997 quarter dollars are still found in circulation and are generally worth only 25 cents. However, coins that are exceptionally well preserved or feature rare errors can command much higher prices in the collector market. This is why numismatists always recommend carefully examining older coins. Sometimes even an ordinary-looking coin can hold both historical significance and financial value. Viewed in the context of history, the 1997 quarter dollar reminds us of a time when American coinage was on the verge of entering a new phase. It stands as one of the last symbols of the classic era that had defined U.S. currency for decades. For this reason, even today, the coin remains of interest to collectors and history enthusiasts alike, as it preserves the story of an entire era. Friends, today we saw that old quarter dollar coins are not just currency. They carry historical facts, intricate designs, and rare mint errors that make them unique and valuable compared to regular coins. We hope you found this information about these coins both interesting and useful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Rare Coins Treasures, like and share the video, and comment below which old coin you own. Who knows, it might even be on the list of rare and valuable coins. In the next video, we'll bring you more information about fascinating and rare coins, so don't miss it, and be sure to share this knowledge with your friends.